Hello guys. So today is my second ever live on YouTube. So I was thinking, figuring I have some time now, and I would love to share a little bit about my training journey of my 10K so far. Yeah, 10 kilometers run. So as you know, recently right, I managed to have a new milestone. Finally being able to go sub 45 for the first time in my life, I would say. So I'm already 37, going on 38 this year, and to be able to achieve such a milestone at this late of my life, I feel very proud of myself. Yes, should be loud. If you put in the hard work, you should be proud of yourself, no matter whether you are able to achieve the target or not. Importantly, is you put in the hard work. That's most important. So like yesterday, I was aiming for a sub 45 and doing a 10K time trial. The reason why I'm doing a 10K time trial yesterday is because all the running events in my country for this month and the month later probably are all cancelled. Yes, I have no races to go and put my training effort to the test. So that's the reason why I did a time trial. I was something a bit of wanting to put my training to the test, to see whether I have what it takes to be able to run a sub 45. And what I didn't expect yesterday is not just running sub 45, I managed to run a sub 43 eventually. So that was quite surprising, especially in a non-race condition whereby I have to race against myself, cheer myself, and push myself. Yeah, without without the runners, without the adrenaline day, without all the support cheerleading that's always available in regular races. Yeah, hope you all can see me clearly. This is only my second live. So this has been a long journey all the way from since last May 2019. That was when I start to pick up running again after around 6 to 7 years hiatus. And during that time, I was even struggling to run a 6 minute 30 pace. Not just struggling. Even after finishing like a 6 minute 30 pace, right, I was panting. I was struggling to even being able to complete. And a 10K in one go during that time, I was also struggling to complete to do a weekly mileage of 10K. So of course, as the training goes, right, I'm able to slowly increase my mileage all the way from then to now being able to run up to 80 to 90K weekly quite comfortably. So that time, sub 60 was around the time where I started then, around 60 minutes. So throughout the last few months, I would like to share a little bit of what I did right that helps me to improve my timing significantly, or and also some of the things that I did wrong that hinder my progress. So let's look at the things I did right first. I would say, doing right is probably I keep running, not looking for timing in the initial stage, not really bothering about what time I finish. Most important is to finish the run. So for example, if I plan to run 5 kilometers today, I just run 5 kilometers. I don't even look at my watch. I don't care how many minutes has passed. I don't really bother my pacing. So I only focus on being able to complete runs and being able to slowly ramp up my weekly mileage and being able to increase my long runs week after week. Yes. A lot of my running knowledge has been derived from online, Google, yes, YouTube. Some of it books, although I dread reading books. From what I know, the basic structure of a proper weekly training is every week, do not run the same distance day after day after day. It's not that you to be able to improve your timing, I would say in the long run. If you run 5K every single day, right, you probably will remain stagnant according to experts. Your timing will remain stagnant. Maybe in the beginning, as your fitness picks up, right, your timing will improve quite a bit. But eventually, in the long run, right, in your weekly program, at least I at the end of the day, right, because of getting advice from a lot of parties also on social media, people online, I implement at least one long run per week. Long run meaning it is longer than what you usually run. So for example, if that particular week right, Monday, Tuesday, I'm able to run on like 2K, 2K, 2K. That's the maximum. So maybe on a Sunday, I'll try to run like up to 5K. Then the week after, I'll try to run up to 6K, and eventually being able to build up to be able to run up to 10K, 15K, and 21K. This is my theory of a long run, I would say. Yeah, my definition. So I also try to implement one thing that I dread, which is the interval training. And it is highly recommended to do at least one type of training that will put your heart rate, they will put your, they will make you pant, make you sweat, make you hit the particular day, right, to the max. Yes, I was advised to do that. One interval session at least per week. Interval meaning, for those that doesn't know interval, it is something like, I could be wrong in the definition, but it's something like you run to the max for that particular distance and as fast as possible, giving it your all. Then after which you take an interval break and then do it over and over again, just like running in a stadium whereby the loop is around 400 meters. So I run 400 meters, I take a probably 1 to 2 minute rest, then I run 400 meters again, and again. And it's like pushing yourself over and over again. So this is what generally what interval is all about. So I started with like 200 meters interval, then slowly increased to 400. Then only recently for the past few months, I've been doing 1K and even up to 3Ks interval as well. I understand there are many types of interval. There are like something like pyramid, whereby you go from 200, 800, 400, 800, 1000, then go down in the particular day. So for myself, I like to keep things simple. I don't like to overthink things. This is my personality. So if I run 400 meters, right, I will focus on just 400 meters. If I run 1K for the day for the interval, I just focus on 1K. So it was intervals are a struggle to complete every single session. Even till today, right, I hate intervals. It is very, very hard to push myself through all the sessions of intervals. For myself, I generally do 400 meters interval and 1 kilometers interval. And both of them sucks as much as each other. Yes. So although I dread doing it, some of the time, I also give up halfway. For example, I'm supposed to do 8 sets for today, right? End up because of the immense fatigue. I'm not mentally strong enough, right? I'm only able to complete like 5 sets or 3 sets for that particular day. So yes, I can understand that failures in training can happen from time to time. I do not beat myself up over it. I do not dread and regret, or even because of this particular failure, right, I just give up on intervals training, or I just give up on running training altogether. There are definitely times, right, where I am supposed to run 5K. I'm at the end of the day, after 2K, right, I feel so dead inside. I feel so tired, I feel so fatigued. I will curse and swear. I will say, why am I torturing myself? Why am I doing this? Why am I pushing myself? I could have rested at home, owning my Netflix and watching TV. That is so relaxing, sitting on the couch. So this is for you lah. So in intervals, weekly intervals are one of those days, right, whereby it has helped me to improve a lot significantly in terms of speed, in terms of helping my body to adjust to that immense pounding on the ground. And yeah, and along the way, especially for new folks who are just doing interval training, right, you will suffer a lot. You will get a lot of soreness, pain, probably on the verge of, if you are not careful, you might get injured. So that is what happened to me, especially during the initial stage where I do intervals. I suffer from knee pain, I suffer from shin splints. The most serious thing I have suffered is plantar fasciitis. Hope I pronounced correctly. It is the arc pain. Yeah, these are some of the injuries I suffered in the beginning while I'm doing long runs. I'm trying to ramp up my mileage. So yeah. I don't know whether I want to. Okay, these are some of the things. I think I just do a mixture of here and there, what I did right and what I did wrong lah. Just it's very, very hard to split them apart unless I do a proper video. But this is live stream. So what I did, some of the things that I did wrong, I believe I ramp up my mileage too fast sometimes. We have experts generally recommend a 10% rule whereby you don't increase the mileage of the previous week by more than 10%. Yes, for example, if your total mileage is 10 kilometers for this week, try not to run more than 12 kilometers for the week after and after and after. So yeah, this is the general rule of thumb. Yes. So I made the mistake of ramping my mileage too fast. I made the mistake of not inputting rest days in my weekly training in the beginning. I run on crazy running streaks whereby I run for 10 to 15 or 20 days without having a single rest days. And I would say I paid dearly for it because my body has not adjusted well after so many years of away of active running. Yeah, my body start to complain. And when body start to complain, if you didn't rest, if you don't schedule any rest day, right, that's when your body will force you to rest. Yes, out, out, out. They will knock you out of running. So I was out of running. I have some injuries whereby it put me out of 2 weeks up to 3 weeks. But fortunately, I have not sustained any major injuries along the way. That is really, really fortunate. So what I did correctly during this hiatus phase is focusing on my focusing on my core. Yes. Previously in the past, I wish someone has told me this before, is running is not just all about the lower body. It is also about the upper body. I don't really know that because I was still very, very green. Yes, and I didn't know that running form is important. Yeah, so when I run, I just run and run. I don't really care about my posture. I don't really care about my head, whether I look up or look down, or whether I'm slouching, or whether I'm opening my legs too big, or I'm really jumping. I mean, floating too high in the air, whereby my legs are pounding on the ground over and over again, pretty hard. And this created a lot of impact and created a lot of undue stress on my body. Yes, I wish someone has told me that in the beginning. Yeah, I don't really care. So at the end up, I did a little bit of research on injuries prevention while running, how to avoid all the pesky injuries, how to get rid of them, how to avoid soreness and pain so frequently as we run. So that's when I joined a lot of Reddit groups. Reddit groups is quite popular in America, but not so much in my country, Singapore. Some of running groups whereby they first thing that they recommend is, of course, improve your core. You see me, my core. Improve my core and all the different body parts and the leg strength as well, leg muscle group. All these are really critical in helping, not just helping runners to avoid injuries, but also improve my running form. And avoiding injuries, improving running form, end up will translate to better times. This is what worked for me. So if you are running out there, running is not just about lower body. The upper body is actually just important. In avoiding injury will help you to avoid hampering your training, right? Yeah, you don't want any injuries that will derail you from your regular training towards your marathon, towards your 10K here and there. So yes, after I reached my the core training, right? The core training, the main things I did correctly is I do plank every single day to aim to help to strengthen my stomach area, to strengthen my glutes, to strengthen my side, to strengthen my even my thigh. So plank is something that has helped me significantly. So if you guys are not doing plank yet, I highly recommend you start doing it today. Yeah, and a bonus is help me to get rid of my huge tummy as well, which is really awesome. So plank, from struggling to do a plank of 15 to 20 seconds, now being able to do up to 2 to 3 minutes of plank at one go, not just if you just started with plank, just focus on the regular plank. If you don't know what a regular plank is, you can refer to my previous videos or search online. Yeah, just try to do for as long as you can, probably one in the morning and one in the evening. Yeah, so the plank in the long run will be able to help you strengthen your upper body and being able to naturally increase your running form. And running form, once your running form improve, right, you will the magical thing is that the stress on your legs will automatically decreases. It reduces significantly the stress that your legs will suffer from. Yes, because once your upper body is strengthened, you'll feel when you're running, right, you'll feel like no longer such heavy. Your legs doesn't feel that heavy anymore. You will not pound on the ground that much anymore. You will feel like you're floating when you're running. Yes, that is what really works for me. Not just doing plank. Then as my core gets stronger and stronger, I also evolve in doing a lot of different exercise like heel touches, like crunches, like butts up, and also side to side. Quite a lot of variation of training that will improve my different areas of my body. So as I goes along, that's when I realized the importance of strength training. That's when I started to do leg strength training as well. Yeah, leg strength training like squats, okay, like calf raises. Let me see, what do you call that? Forget the name of the rest of the leg exercises already, but you get the idea lah. You get the general idea. Yeah. So these are the things that really is a game changer for me. So I hope you guys will be able to take note of what I share so far. So eventually I'm able to improve my timing from like a 6-minute runner to become a 5-minute runner. So as I continue to run and increase my mileage up to 60 to 80 kilometers per week, I realized my weight also dropped down significantly. Having the weight drop down significantly is a bonus, is because you no longer have to carry as much load as with you as you run. Yes, that is a really huge advantage of dropping. For example, from then until now, I have dropped around 14 kilograms, and as you start to slim down, the impact on your leg will not be as significant. You no longer feel some of the aches you tend to suffer for the run, the day after your run. Like the soreness will also, the frequency of the soreness will also be gone, will also decrease significantly, I would say. So that translates to faster times. That translates to being able to improving my pace minute after minute. Yes, that's a really huge bonus. So losing weight is not the main thing about running, but if you are able to have some weight loss, that will be an advantage. But for myself, I have never gone into dieting before. Please do not do so, because you're running, you need a lot of energy. You need to consume a lot of stuff so that to be able to keep on running. Yes, so this ties into the next part I want to talk about is eating healthy. You can eat as much as possible. Yes, try not to go on diet. You can eat as much as possible. Just avoid most of the junk. I know it's very difficult to avoid, like things like McDonald's, things like KFC, things like Burger King, all this fast food. So generally nowadays, if I'm craving for fast food, the number one fast food I'll go is Subway restaurant. It can be found everywhere. So reducing things like junk food and fried food, especially fried food is a really killer for runners who are looking to improve their stamina week after week. Yes, once I realized, I avoid fried food. Instead of having fried chicken, I'm now having steamed chicken, and instead of having other chicken body parts, I start to eat chicken breast meat instead. And I really gouge on a lot of vegetables, fruits, nuts, especially almond nuts. So I always keep myself full. I have I have a rule of thumb whereby I avoid. I only give myself the chance of one cheat day per week. Yes, if I want to eat gouge on junk, right, I only give myself one, because I know mentally I'm not mentally strong enough to avoid fast food forever. Yes, it's not me. It's impossible for me. So probably the day with my children, whereby they are looking for the latest McDonald's toys. That's when I would dine with fast food with my children. Yeah. So yes. So that is what helps me. Healthy eating really plays a part, and it goes hand in hand. As they say, you can never run your way out of an unhealthy diet. Yes. It's not as if running is a magical pill for everything. You continue to eat junk, right? Your body will react to it, and your training times will definitely suffer, and you may not be able to see the improvement that you are hoping to see. And your recovery may also take longer, much longer than you anticipated, which which will definitely derail your training. So this is also what helps me to go to continue to push my times down. From then I managed to achieve a very very happy sub 50. Then I believe I still remember the elation I felt during sometime in October. There was an event in Singapore called a rail run, whereby I'm able to run 46 minutes and 40 plus seconds. Yeah, that was a really a huge milestone for me then. Yeah, 46 minutes is something I never dreamt of, especially in my 30s. And I never even achieved this timing, even when I was in my 20s, even when I was in school. So to be able to reach that particular milestone, and during that time, if you noted, I was wearing some sort of shin socks. Yeah, I was suffering from a little bit of shin pain that time. So I managed to push through the pain, push through the 10K, and being able to achieve my PB. Yeah, that was super super happy. But of course, once we reached some particular pinnacle, right? I wanted to aim higher. We continued to push higher, but at the same time, I knew that I need to take it slow. I do not want the adrenaline to the high, the runner's high, to make myself becoming overconfident and end up really derailing everything, all the efforts that I had put in. Yes, that was a very happy time. So from October all the way to February, I was constantly looking. I do not have a structured training even until today, right? My training are all loosely based on whatever I read from all over the place. But most important, keep it simple. If the training plan every single week is too complicated, I would say no matter how good your plan looks to you, you will not be able to follow it. I'm pretty sure, because I have come out with like Monday you have to do a 400 meter at a certain minute, at certain heart rate, at certain this and that. I hate all this too much things. Okay, so for myself, just a loosely structured training, because everyone have their work, everyone is busy with their own stuff. If you make it too complex, right, and you 1 or 2 days you will give up on the training, right, and end up it will really it's hard to keep up the motivation of keeping up with all the things. So I just keep it simple. Every week, one long run, one interval, and 3 or 4 days of mixture of probably tempos, or just a relaxed run, or a recovery run, or just any type of run. So I leave it flexible for the other 4 days. But most important is every week, what I do is one interval, whether it's 400 meter, whether it's 1 kilometer, even intervals. I like to keep it simple. I don't really bother about my heart rate. I don't really bother about what pace I'm trying to achieve. Although it is for tempo run, it is important to know what pace you are running at. So that is it. That is it. Yes, that is it. Yeah. So keeping it simple helped me to sustain my training. So after all, right, whether is improvement is fast or slow, at the end of the day, right, for me, it's all about consistency. Yeah, keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, and being able to build a fitness. But at the same time, rest day is, I learned it the hard way. Rest day is something that is very, 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 very important in helping your body go to the next level. Yes, I did not realize that in the past. Then that's when I experiment a little bit. That's when I give myself like 2 days or 3 days break sometime from time to time. Then when I bounce back from the rest day, maybe on the first day you may feel a little bit sluggish or a little bit lethargic, but on the second or third day after your rest day, right, you will feel that another new lease of life. You'll suddenly have a feeling of becoming fitter and stronger. And all of a sudden, right, like 3 to 4 days after the rest day, you'll feel invincible. I would say invincible. Yeah, that's when I realized that this is the same thing in my 42-minute run for 10K yesterday. I have a stress day the day before. So I was aiming for sub 50 because I've never run for sub 50 before. Then that's when I see the clock, see the watch, that I'm able to run sub 43. So this is some magical thing that happened to me after a rest day. So if you tell me that rest day is not important, if you're not resting, I would strongly object. You may have other opinions, right? But for me, right, I realize the importance of rest day. It has proven to help me time after time. Always schedule a rest 1 or 2 days. The most number of days I allow myself to run is 10 days straight, and that's it. If after 10 days, on the 11th day, if I still want to run, no, I will lock myself at home and prevent myself from running on the 11th day. So for those guys who are on like 30 days running streak or 35 days running streak or all this, right? You might want to reconsider that. Like, if your objective is about improving your time. But of course, everyone have different goals, different objectives. Some of guys out there will just like to enjoy their runs, go out there and enjoy running is awesome. There's a lot of benefits. So today's journey is all about how I managed to improve from 60 minutes to being able to run a sub 43. So don't feel bad if you're not able to run fast. Most important, if you run, because running, right, is not about timing. Okay, you can do normal runs day after day after day. All right, your body will still feel the changes. You'll still feel a lot much healthier. You feel a lot much fitter than before, and you'll feel pretty good mentally and physically. Yes. So for if your end goal, if your objective is to improve your timing, like what I'm aiming for, because the main objective of my desire to improve timing is to qualify for Boston. Yes, that's the most important. Yes, just the beginning of this year, I have a dream. I have a goal to complete the 6 marathon majors by 50 years old, hopefully. So for the other 5 marathon, you can get through balloting, but only for Boston, right? Either you can get through charity or you have to run a particular qualifying time. So if I don't improve my timing, I think I'll never be able to fulfill that bucket list, that dream of mine. So for myself, I have no choice. I have to improve my timing. Yes. So 6 majors, marathon majors, and hopefully Singapore become the 7. You never know. Okay, great. So these are more or less on how I improve my. Oh, I also forget to mention foam roller. Foam roller is something that helped me to recover pretty fast. Yes, super awesome. Foam rolling is something you might want to. If you don't have one at home, runner, this is something you should carry to sleep. You should treat it like a pillow. You should buy one today, and it helped me to recover significantly faster. No matter how tired I am, I will foam roll at least my shin, my thigh, and my IT band. These are the 3 places. These are the 3 parts that I am the most weakest at. Yes. So yeah, that's more or less. So, but okay, I'm mumbling so much. I might have missed out something here and there because this is a live stream. I do not script any of this. So if you have any questions, feel free to continue to comment below. I believe this video will also be shared on YouTube. Comment below on the comment bar at the bottom. Still a new YouTuber lah. So second live stream ever. I will do my best to answer your queries if you have any. To share my limited knowledge. I'm not a professional. I'm not an elite runner by all means, but I just work my best to chase my goal of being a better and stronger runner and hoping to inspire more people to pick up the wonderful sport of running. Yes. So if you have any question, feel free to comment. And I thank you for coming to my second live stream and hope to see you all again. And remember, guys, to keep at it and keep on running. Yeah.